Alright, so before anything else, before you watch the entire course, I would like to explain everything to you first. Alright, so I will explain the entire library to you. Alright, so welcome to the video library of Z Trading Accelerator. Alright, so for our first chapter, I will explain about the algorithm. Alright, so what is the algorithm? The algorithm of the markets. Alright, I will explain to you how the market works if all they say is true, if it's all just buying and selling pressure, if it's all just supply and demand, if it's all just support and resistance, all of that. Alright, so in this chapter 1, I will explain everything to you. Alright, so here in chapter 1, I will explain to you about the time and price. So maybe you have heard of it a lot of times, time and price. This is very important, right? So this is what we need in our trading to be a successful trader, alright? So our setup, any setup, even not in our setup, if you don't follow time and price, you will not be profitable. This is the key to profitability, alright? You need to have time and price. This is the two elements that will make you profitable, alright? In this video, in this lesson, I will explain to you what time and price is exactly. Also, I will explain to you in the next video about the kill zones. All of the kill zones. Alright, so yes, if you don't know about kill zones already, it's the sessions in the markets. Kill zones are the term used by our mentor, ICT. Yes. Alright, so kill zones are basically just sessions. This is the most volatile price action of the day. Alright, so our highest probability setups happens inside a kill zone. Alright, so for chapter 2, candle mastery. I will explain to you exactly on detail the ICT power of 3, applying it in daily candle and sessions. Alright, so here I will teach you exactly how we can leverage this knowledge. If you don't know power of 3 already, it's accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. Maybe you have already learned about it, or maybe you have even heard about it, but in this mentorship, I will explain everything you need to know about it and how we can leverage it. Alright, so AMD multi-time frame. Alright, so I will show to you how to use AMD in different time frame. Alright, so for chapter 3, we have ICT mastery. This is the foundation of our setup. Alright, all of the concepts right here, fair value gaps, imbalances, breakaway gaps, liquidity theory, PDR raise, breaker blocks, order blocks, mitigation blocks. This is the foundation of our setup. Alright, so we also have rejection block. Alright, so all of these concepts are all the foundations that we are going to use in our setup, the profitable proven framework. Alright, so the fair value gaps, imbalances, how we can use fair value gaps and imbalances. Also, this breakaway gap, this is very, very powerful. Alright, breakaway gaps are fair value gaps that we don't expect price to go back into. Alright, liquidity theory, this is the extended version of what I mentioned already in the algorithm. Alright, so this is more in depth. I will explain more in detail in here. Alright, so here, this is the most used concept in every trading setup. the PD arrays, the premium discount arrays, the breaker blocks, order blocks, mitigation blocks, rejection blocks. Alright, so all of this PD arrays, I will explain this to you in detail and how we are going to use these concepts to our advantage. So chapter 4, we have key confluences. Right, so for our key confluences, I will explain to you the SMT divergence or the smart money technique divergence. This is very, very important. This is a very good confluence. This is what I use the most, SMT divergence. Alright, so I will explain that also in detail. Also, inducement, this is very important also. This will help your psychology and how you will anticipate the price action. Alright, so we also have here the premium and discount. I will explain it to you in detail in chapter 4. Next, we have chapter 5, we have the market structure mastery. Alright, so in this chapter, I will teach you exactly how to master the market structure. Alright, so I will teach you when the price is continuing higher or continuing lower, or is it reversing, or is it going to just retrace and continue going higher. Alright, so for this, in this chapter, I will teach you exactly the market structure, how to identify retracement, continuation, and reversal. Alright, so in the first video, I will teach you exactly how to read the market structure from higher time frame to lower time frame. And for our next video, I will teach you about the break of structure versus market structure shift. Alright, so a lot of people have been confused. They're very confused between breakup structure and market structure shifts. So they don't know the difference between the two. Alright, so in this chapter, I will explain to you exactly what's the difference between breakup structure versus market structure shift. Alright, so basically I'll teach you if the price is going to continue higher. It's just if it's just a liquidity grab, breakup structure, or market structure shift. Alright, so here as well. Also in here, a lot of people, they thought the market has now shifted higher, but it was just a liquidity grab. They thought the market has now shifted going higher, but no, it's just a manipulation. It's just a manipulation and the price will continue moving lower. Alright? So here in this chapter, I will teach you exactly the market structure, the full, complete framework how to read the market structure. Alright, so for our next chapter, we have the daily profiles. Alright, so not a lot of people have been teaching this concept, the daily profiles. This is basically how the market moves in a day. Alright? In this chapter, I will teach you exactly how to anticipate the market's movement in a day. Alright? There are 4 daily profiles, but the 2 are not very important. This is the 2 daily profiles that are very important and that we will use in our setup. Alright, so this is only what I'm going to teach you in this mentorship. Alright, so we have the classic day setup, classic buy day and classic sell day. Alright, so this is basically the daily profile where the market opens and goes lower on the London kill zone and then shifts higher, and the New York kill zone will just be a retracement lower and then continue going higher. Right? So this is basically that daily profile where the market creates the low of the day. I mean, the London kill zone creates the low of the day, and the New York kill zone will form a retracement into the London kill zone and continue going higher. And also, this second daily profile is one of the most used daily profile in the market. Alright, so this is basically just like classic day. But in this daily profile, the market will reverse in the New York kill zone. Alright, so in this daily profile, the market will create the high or low of the day in the London kill zone and then continue in the New York kill zone. But in this daily profile, the market will create the low or high of the day in the London kill zone but reverses in the New York kill zone. Alright, so don't worry, it might be a lot to you now, but I will explain everything in detail in this chapter. Alright, so for our chapter 7, our key models. This is basically our base models for our setup. Alright, so this is the foundation for our setup. This is basically the skeleton. This is the skeleton of our model. Alright, so we have here the market maker sell model and the market maker buy model, which is also known as MMXM, market maker model. Also, we have here the turtle soup. These two models are both our key models for our setup. Alright? So don't worry, I will explain everything more in detail in this chapter. Alright, so in this chapter, I will explain to you the one setup for life by Z Trading Accelerator. Alright, so this setup will occur a lot of times, both in London and New York kill zone. Alright, I will give you the entire working framework and you just have to execute it to the T. Follow every single steps that I will give you and you will find success. Alright, I will explain more in detail in the future, so don't worry. Like I said, we have full setup framework step by step by on our one setup for life. Alright, so there will be lots of examples, so you don't need to worry. Alright, so I will give you the entire framework and I will provide you a lot of examples. Let's go to the next slide. We have here the psychology. In here, I will teach you the psychology of trading. Alright, I will teach you trading psychology and I will also teach you the learning curve you might encounter. Of course, there's a different learning curves for everybody. Alright? Some trader might be successful in just 3 months. Some maybe 4 months, some maybe 5 months, or some maybe more, or maybe less always. Okay? So that will always be up to you. So I will show you your learning curve. Alright, so next here we have the shiny object syndrome. I corrected it. It was a typo. Alright, so shiny object syndrome basically is when you are getting affected by all of the things going around you. For example, you are browsing your YouTube feed and you have seen that there's another viral trending 90% win rate strategy. Then you are trying to use that setup once again. That is the shiny object syndrome, alright? So I will tell you how to avoid it and all about that psychology. Also, I will teach you how to deal with losses and, of course, winning mindset. Chapter 10 is the risk, money and risk management. This is the most important in trading, alright? Your risk management. Don't worry, I will explain you exactly how to do your money and risk management. Also, I have this prop firm risk calculator where you can change the outcome of your trade. For example, you have 50% win rate, right? So if you change the risk to 1%, it will show you exactly how many trades you need to take to pass the challenge. Don't worry, explain more on detail. Alright, so here I will discuss the importance of risk management risk assessment, and how to get out of drawdown. Alright, so for our last chapter is profitability. Alright, so profitability or how to make money. In this chapter, I will explain to you exactly how to get funded, the best way to get funded, how to remain funded, and of course, the full framework on how to pass a funding challenge. Alright, so all of this chapters, these videos, you will have this for a lifetime. So you can watch as many times as you want, as many times as you need. Alright, so you don't need to rush. Take your time. Absorb every single information that you watch. Write down notes, take down notes, review it, review this video, review your notes, review everything. Keep everything simple. Alright? Keep everything in detail. Alright? So focus. Focus. Do your hard work. Do your part and you will find success. Alright, so that's it for the video library explanation. I will see you in the next video.